My first trip to Palestine in 2003 was bracketed by multiple tragedies of that time. I arrived in Palestine a week after Rachel Corrie was killed, and while I was in Palestine, I saw the posters for Rachel that were placed prominently all around Palestine, and especially in Gaza everywhere I went. And during my trip there, the American tanks were heading toward Baghdad, and while we were in Gaza and the breezes were rustling all our windows, those same winds were creating sandstorms for the American tanks as they were rolling down the road. And then a week after I returned, Tom Herndel was shot by an Israeli sniper in Gaza and died some months after that as he was trying to help some Palestinian children who were under Israeli gunfire. And all of these 10 years later, Craig and Cindy and the entire Corrie family have become a guiding star and example for many of us with their incredible grace, compassion, principled action, and steadfast persistence. And I greatly appreciate being able to stand with them today on this commemoration of their daughter, Rachel Corrie. Americans and Israelis are security crazy. And security is all about, for Americans and Israelis, the use of military power to maintain incredible privilege through the decisive control of other human beings. As American and Israeli governments see it, security is separate from human rights and not subject to accountability to international laws, established laws of warfare, or to civil society, or even to their own citizens. And security is also separated from social justice, the things that many people really feel are part of security. Things like equal rights, access to clean water, health care, housing, education, and confronting global issues like global warming. Unconditional U.S. military aid to Israel to the tune of well over $3 billion a year is one of the key stones that support Israel's system of apartheid against the Palestinians. And our government has made all of us Americans complicit with Israel's system of inequity against the Palestinians. Now, one of the efforts of my organization, the U.S. Campaign to End the Israeli Occupation, is to end U.S. military aid to Israel. And ending this aid is the sanctions part of the growing global movement for boycott, divestment, and sanctions. And the U.S. campaign has a number of projects that we invite people, groups, and individuals to take part of. And you can start out by investigating how much military aid goes in federal tax dollars from your own community to Israel every year. We have a website called aidtoisrael.org. And I found the figures for Washington State and Thurston County, doing a little research on this website. In Washington State, over $730 million in federal tax dollars will be funneled to Israel's military in the next 10 years. That's $750 million. And in Thurston County alone, over $26 million will go to fund Israel's military in the next 10 years. And surely this money could be better spent for real security for people here at home. In Washington State, it could provide over almost 9,000 affordable housing units. It could provide primary health care to almost 600,000 Washington State residents. And so the costs here really are tremendous in terms of the lack of accountability and the costs of things that we could be doing that we aren't because we're spending all this money on something that's illegitimate. Another one of our projects is the Be On Our Side ad campaign calling for an end to military aid to Israel. And there's a website, twopeoplesonefuture.org. And it's a complete campaign you can start in your own community. And ads have already run in Chapel Hill, Chicago, San Francisco, Washington, D.C., New York, Portland, Oregon, Boston, Albuquerque, and Arizona State University. So we're very pleased with that. And I understand there's an ad campaign running in Olympia now. So it's always very exciting to get the word out because that's part of building a movement. Another project we're excited about is our city council campaign called Fund Community Needs, Not Israeli Misdeeds. And this is an effort to start local campaigns to get city councils to pass resolutions calling for an end to U.S. military aid to Israel. And you can find that at fundcommunityneeds.org. And there are 3 campaigns currently starting up in Racine and Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Albuquerque, New Mexico. And we have a matching funds competition. So if your group is interested and sign up, you might be eligible for up to $2,500 from the U.S. campaign. The movement to support Palestinian human rights is growing, and we are excited by all the activities and possibilities, even as we reflect on the incredible losses and suffering that Israel's actions have continued to cause. So please join us in the struggle and help us end this military aid to Israel. Thank you.